President Joe Biden vowed Tuesday night to take meaningful action toward common-sense gun laws, taking aim specifically at high-powered assault rifles, after a teenage shooter slaughtered at least 18 young children at a South Texas elementary school.
The idea that an 18-year-old kid can walk into a gun store and buy 2 assault weapons is just wrong. What in God's name do you need an assault weapon for except to kill someone? Deer aren't running through the forest with Kevlar vests on, for God's sake. It's just sick. And the gun manufacturers have spent 2 decades aggressively marketing assault weapons, which make them the most and largest profit. For God's sake, we have to have the courage to stand up to the industry.
Authorities said at least 18 children and 1 teacher were among the dead on Tuesday night after the midday attack at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Biden also sent his condolences to families.
To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out. Suffocating. And it's never quite the same.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, said the shooter was an 18-year-old Uvalde resident. Abbott said the shooter was likely killed by responding officers.
I want to tell you that what happened in Uvalde is a horrific tragedy that cannot be tolerated in the state of Texas. And there is swift action being taken by local law enforcement as well as the Texas Department of Public Safety. They obviously now know who the shooter was, and the shooter is no longer alive.
In Washington, leaders from Biden's Democratic Party took the incident as a call to action to enact reforms that would prevent future shootings.
I'm here on this floor to beg, to literally get down on my hands and knees and beg my colleagues. Find a path forward here. Work with us to find a way to pass laws that make this less likely. I understand my Republican colleagues will not agree to everything that I may support, but there is a common denominator that we can find. There is a place where we can achieve agreement that may not guarantee that America never ever again sees a mass shooting.
Texas prides itself on its spirited defense of the right to bear arms. Residents often claim, incorrectly, that it is the only state allowed to fly its flag at the same height as the U.S. flag. On Tuesday night, Biden ordered the national flag to be lowered to half-staff at the White House and at all public buildings and grounds. Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.